All right, here's lesson 2 of Google Drawings. I've got my wonderful background and my customized image on there, and so now I need to add some text. First thing I'm going to show you is adding a text box. This box with a T in it is a text box. I click on that. I'm going to click off to the side just so you can see it as it appears, and I'm going to title my drawing Summer. Now, big problem. It's black. If I drag it over here, guess what? Can't read it. So let's drag it back, highlight my font, and I can go over here to the A with the black line under it. That's text color. Click it, and let's choose white. Actually, no. Let's choose this sort of buttery yellow, and then we're going to make it big, about 30. That's nice. And we're going to go over here to font. Now, I have some customized fonts in my Google Drive that you can easily add to yours. All you have to do is go to the font box here, and down at the bottom you should see more fonts. When you go to more fonts, here on the right is the ones that are on your machine, or on your Google Drive rather. Click that, gets it out of your list. You can always put it back in from over here. You can scroll down. When you find one you like, you put a check mark on it, and it magically appears in your list. Sweet, huh? All right, so I'm going to click OK. And now that you know how to get your own cool fonts, I think I'm going to go to Indie Flower because that's very summery. And let's bold it. Now I also have another process. Shrink this down. Let's see how it looks. Now I notice my word is not centered in my text box, and I want to make sure I center it. So I go to the alignment icon and say, I'd like this to be centered, please. And then hover over it until the red line appears. And now it's in the exact center. I'm going to use my arrows on my keyboard to bump it up just a tiny bit. I honestly think that should be a little larger. Let's do that. So let's go highlight the font and let's go to 36. See what we've got. Nice. Not too shabby. Okay, so I've got that. Now I want to add a text box that's actually a shape. So if I go to this circle and square icon, that's for shape inserting. So I click on that. And I'm going to go to shapes. You have arrows, callouts, and equation stuff too. But under shapes, let's do the rounded rectangle look. So I click on that. And then on my screen, I click, hold down my mouse button, and drag to the size that I want my box to be. Now it defaults to this blue color, but I want it to go with my design. So I've got this sort of yellow up here. I've clicked on the little text box. It has the blue selection lines and squares on it. So I can then click on the paint bucket to choose my fill color. So let's go fill color, and I guess go back to that yellow. It's kind of nice. Now there's a problem here. I can't see through the text box to my beautiful grassy meadow. So I can actually go back to the paint bucket, go to custom, and here's where on this last little handlebar I can drag it down to about 1/3 of the way, and it actually makes my box, my text shape, somewhat transparent. You can play with transparency to get it just the way you want. So next thing I need to do with this shape is put some text in it. I've got some summer quotes conveniently located in my Google Drive on another tab. And let's see, I chose this one before to play with. I'll choose it again. So I highlight it, Control C or right click copy on your computer, go back to my drawing, double click in my box, Control V or right click paste, we'll get it in there. So now I have this wonderful text box. Let's customize the font again. So I'm going to highlight my font, and I think I'm going to choose Indie Flower again. See how that looks. Let's bump up the size there. It's kind of nice. Let's see what nothing you could do looks like. And I just keep playing with it until you find what you like. All right, we'll stick with that one. Let's bold it. And since I have a yellow text box in the background, I don't really necessarily want to change the color. I do want Sam Keen, the author of this quote, to go over on the right. So if I click next to his name, go to the alignment tool, and click on right, he goes over to the right. Let's put a little space in between that. Let's actually make this a little bigger. You can just play all you want. Let's drag that. And then let's center, center, center. Where's the line? There you are, Google. Thank you. And let's smush it down a little bit. There. Sweet. Nice. And just a tiny bit more. If I click on the line and then pop it, I can move it just a smidge bit. Nice, that looks great. So that is my Google Drawings. I have customized all of those things. I can also, if I don't want to redo all of that customizing on the text box, but I want the same exact style, click on my text box, right click it, copy it, or Control C, and then click off of it, right click and paste, or Control V, and I've got two exact text boxes. So I don't have to change any kind of formatting. It keeps the formatting. So that's an easy way to save you some work. If you need 2 or 3 text boxes that have the same exact formatting, there you go. I don't really need this one, so we're going to delete that one, and off you go. Here's my beautiful summer. Oh, it's going to be too short, I know.